Black and Can't Hoop documentary.
Black and can't play basketball is a very serious disease, and we gotta break down the worst case. Today, welcome, by the way, to the first Chris PG-1 Black and can't play basketball movie. The first case study in this video has to be Flight Reacts. Now, Flight Reacts really been trashed for over 15 years on YouTube. I don't know when he started, but when I was a kid watching him in middle school, he was trashed. 2024, I'm in my 20s now, and he's still trash, bruh. When I first started watching Flight Reacts, I thought he was autistic. I'm not gonna lie. I just thought he had an updated version of the autistics because, you know, I mean, just seeing him move on the court, it just wasn't adding up. Take a look at this clip right here. He's gonna shoot the ball, he's gonna airball.
Bro, Flight lost to him. Yo, Flight, you lost to him.
Move on the court, it just wasn't adding up.
Bro,
take a look at this.
You dead lost to him, bro. He can't even run. Bro, I promise you he can't run. And you lost to him? You got the nerve to lose, gang? Like, this is embarrassing, gang. I ain't gonna lie, though. That's mad embarrassing, though. Yeah. You lost to this fluffy McMuffin.
This clip right here, he's gonna shoot the ball, he's gonna airball, then he's gonna run.
Like, bro, not even running.
After I saw that when I was in middle school, I was like, there's no way he's not missing a chromosome. But I found out he's not actually autistic. He's just uncoordinated. Now, first up, we have to break down the build. Now, the build in basketball is one of the most important things. You could have a LeBron James build, but have no inside finishing badges. But, you know, we're not gonna talk about that just yet in this video. But look, first up, Flight Reacts old build. Now,
Flight build don't look bad. No homo. No, I mean, no Diddy. No Diddy. All right, no Diddy. If Flight was working out back then, his body would look good, bro. No Diddy. Pause.
I'm not gonna lie.
Why did I say that, bro?
Back in the day, he had the 1 mil limited protein badge on Hall of Fame build, and it really showed in his game. He just got bullied on the court. But the older he got,
Flight to be 6'3", bro, he gotta be like, bro, how tall is Ja? Flight gotta be like, he gotta get to 185. Or at least 200. He's 6'3". At least 185 or to 200 again. He's way too tall. Like, no trolling. Cash way more than you, Flight, and Cash is 5'10", something like that.
The more he started to grow into his grown man,
I think Mikey
bullied on the court.
As big as Flight.
But the older he got, the more he started to grow into his grown man's body, so he gained weight, he was still trash. That's when I realized it's not really a size thing with Flight Reacts. It's not a
Flight was gaining weight, but he didn't work out, so it didn't really help.
Autism thing. So what really is it? Uncoordinated? Well, let's break that down too. Now, breaking down the movement of Flight Reacts is pretty interesting because he's not athletic, but he's not slow at the same time.
I can't stand the way
sometimes he uses his speed, but he never really translates the speed into athleticism, if that makes sense. Sometimes he has the open lane.
I want to play you, bro. 2025, make it happen again. I just want to play you, bro. Like, no lie. I haven't been playing basketball, but I will be in the lab though, so. No cap, but bro, Flight, I want to play you, bro. Like, no troll. Like, actually, genuinely, I want to play you.
But instead of going straight up the court, he's gonna go off to the side, and that's really just a coordination issue.
And Flight always goes to the baseline. I don't know why. When Flight gets the rebound, he always ends up running to the baseline. Stop running to the baseline. You're so limited over there. You only got one way to go. It's either, I mean, two ways to the paint. But if I'm guarding you, I'm not letting you go to the top of the key. On my life, I'm not letting you go. So I know how fast I am on defense. So I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna side guard you, so you cannot go over there. And then I'm gonna get in front of you when you drive. Because I know Flight, when he goes to that freaking baseline corner, he likes to shoot. Or, as y'all know, run it up and float it and miss.
Speed to get by the opponent, but he's just not really coordinated enough to do it in a smart way.
Look,
now to touch around the rim with the layup.
Look, he still does this. He still does this, bro. I didn't watch too much Flight when
with
he
the hook shots.
Like, he always does this.
Obviously, we can tell he's very uncoordinated.
Bro.
His jump shot just is not a fluid jump shot, and that's okay because as a black guy myself,
trash,
we're not
bro.
known to be the best shooters.
He's
Those
way
are,
better now.
usually the mixed guys and the white guys. Of course, you got a couple Ray Allens in there, but usually them white boys got them jumpers. So I'm not really
Flight
worried
loves
about
to
his
do that.
jumper. I'm just worried about his movement on the floor, man. And it really just shows one thing. Yes, he's not the fastest guy, but he's fast enough to score. Yes, he's not the strongest guy, but he got bigger, so he's strong enough to score. He's just uncoordinated. And when you're uncoordinated in basketball, it's really hard to be good at all. And that's the biggest thing that I feel like Flight Riyad's got to...
Flight, what the heck are you doing, bro? How do you lose the cash? Well, you lost the cash. I bet you Flight go react to this video, and he'll be like, "Bro, I am coordinated. What are we talking about? Bro, I am coordinated." Shout out Flight, bro.
Work on. I think he's like pushing 35. Unc is getting up there in age, so I don't know if he can reach that potential in his lifetime. But maybe if he gets reincarnated one day, hopefully God makes him able to, at least run and move in a coordinated fashion on the court, man.
Bro.
Now, as a class of 1945 Harvard graduate, I was actually the first black dude to graduate from Harvard in the history of the world. I realized one thing. Maybe he's faking it. Because everyone's seen this clip when he was like 16 or 17, and he was moving like a good basketball player. So maybe he's been faking it all these years. And if he is, Flight, you really earn my respect. You're a bigger troller than me. Like, you're trolling more than me.
I don't think he's trolling,
means
bro.
A lot, my boy.
He played too hard.
Listen, I really think he just fell off. Because number one, I know you smokers won't admit it, but smoking actually limits your basketball skills.
Facts. He started smoking, gang, and that's what got him. Say no to drugs, bro. I'm telling you, say no. It's the best thing you can do, gang. No cap. Say yes to God. No lie. But, bro, smoking really threw him off. Threw him everything off, because that's when he started just smoking all day, probably. I don't know. I don't know him personally, so.
Of course, I know some D1 players who smoke. I know NBA players obviously smoke. But when you're just an average guy and you don't practice basketball every single day, and you smoke a lot of weed, that affects how much stamina you have on the court. I don't care what you smoke or say. I don't care. It does. Now, Flight smokes a lot. We know that. Honestly, it's not a bad thing. It probably relieves stress, all that. I don't got a problem with weed. I don't.
Facts.
But at the same time, that limits his stamina on the basketball courts. So one thing I would say about that, I don't think he's faking it. I just think he fell off. If you don't practice something for a long time, you're going to fall off. Now, in high school, he's probably hooping every day. In high school, I hooped every day too. But now when I enter, college days, enter my 20s, I don't hoop at all no more. Really, I hoop maybe once a month. So I get it. The fall off is bound to happen. So I don't think he's faking it. I just think he got older. He practiced basketball less. He started smoking more, which means that he fell all the way off. That's my honest opinion on Flight. Next up, we got KSI. Now, KSI was a very interesting case study because his cranium and his forehead is just so massive. You would think he would have the basketball IQ of a John Stockton, of a LeBron James, but it's really the opposite. Now, like I said in my other video, I think KSI is the first Negro to travel back to the 50s just to steal their basketball moves. You could not tell me KSI would not have...
None of the Simon can hoop, none of the Beta Squad can hoop. I didn't seen it. No, none of them. I don't know how. I mean, because they main football is the main sport is football over there. But like, dang, y'all got basketball leagues like the Euros. Y'all don't play basketball? Like,
have been a 5-time All-Star in 1960 against Bob Cousy. The way KSI moves on a basketball court is really one-on-one, and I'm starting to think that the big cranium is actually doing reverse damage. You see, when you have a big dome, a big cylinder, a big block.
Wait, what's that?
On your forehead?
Hold on.
Probably creates way too much IQ. So I think he's having an IQ overload where he's processing just way too much basketball, information, animations, attributes, that when he actually plays basketball on the floor, now hear me out, his cranium, his dome is taking over his body. And listen, when you have a big dome like that, You see, I have a small head. I'm not gonna lie. If you saw me in real life, you like, damn, your head kind of small. It's small. Now, with a small head, I'm able to move, cut, shoot. I'm athletic. Now, with that cranium dome and that big body, pause, it kind of just overwrites his system. Now, one thing about KSI, we got to talk about his player build.
Hey,
he has a very unique player build. Now, he has the reverse Mark Henry, so he's not fat, but he's overly buff. So maybe that is basically holding his potential back on the basketball court. Now, as you can tell, basketball players are usually tall, slender, athletic.
More compact.
Athletic, that's crazy. Or you can even say skinny, like a Ja Morant or a Trae Young, but usually they're, athletically built, skinny guys. And KSI is the opposite. With the reverse Mark Henry build, all your attributes go to your chest. Now, he has a big chest, big arms, but no basketball skills. He might be the first black person I've ever seen in my life. Well, yeah, he's a basketball liability. A basketball liability. Now, one thing KSI has going for him or against him, he's a British black. Now, as a British black, they're different than American blacks.
They don't act like
I say black, as like a far right Fox News anchor, you feel me? I don't say black, I say black. Anyways, he grew up eating beans and toast. Now, the American Negro, we grew up eating soul food, chicken, collard greens.
They don't got that. They don't got that.
Which obviously gives you plus 10 attributes to each basketball category. This Negro probably grew up eating beans and toast for dinner. So it's different. I understand it's a different culture.
Ew.
He grew up calling football soccer. Calling soccer football. In America, we call football and soccer. It's a whole different culture. I get it. So maybe British blacks are different than American blacks. But I don't care, bro. If you black and you can't hoop, if your skin color is dark, I'm on your head. Now, do I think KSI can bounce back and learn basketball skills? Nah. It's too late now.
That's corny, right?
He got Bob Cousy attributes. He got an overload system, forehead. Then he got the reverse Mark Henry build. It's too late.
Kai?
It's raps. But listen, I got a plan. Now, I would have to kidnap KSI, right? Send him to America. I don't know if he's already here. And I would feed him KFC for 2 months straight. Hear me out.
They got that in UK.
KFC for 2 months straight.
They got Nando's.
Then we would see if his basketball skills improve. Now, you would have to get 3 lemonades per meal because the biscuits in the second week probably will take you out. You probably will die because the biscuits are dry. But listen, maybe he gets some American black skills if he eats KFC for 2 weeks. No racist stuff. I'm not even trying to be racist. I'm like, for real. I'm trying to actually dig up and find a plan to rescue this Negro because he needs help. And I can't see another brother out here struggling on a basketball court like this. It hurts, man. It hurts. Like I said, reverse Mark Henry build, Bob Cousy attribute. Then he has the Hall of Fame boulder block forehead with no badges. So he's cooked. He's cooked. But we got a plan, KSI. If you watch this video, hit me up. I got you. 2 months straight, KFC, 3 lemonades per meal because the biscuits will take your ass out. Let's get it. Next up is Annoying TV. Now this one, I'ma tread lightly, because he's been the butt of the jokes for like the last 10 years. So I really don't want to do him like this. But when I say he might be the worst basketball player, forget black, of all time, I'm not
He said forget black.
Now when you take a look at Annoying's build,
just look at him. He looks like a trash can. My fault. But like, he just looks trash. I'm not one to judge, but like that, he looks garbage.
He has the 5'3" WNBA build.
Look at his wrist. Like, you don't even flick his wrist.
You get that.
He does this. You're not supposed to. Boom.
He has the reverse Sonic the Hedgehog build. We get it. He has the Cranium Dome Hall of Fame badge. We get it. We know.
You playing Flight?
But the biggest liability I see out of Annoying TV is not really the basketball athleticism. It's just a pure will of being trash. And the shot selection, the handles,
ew, look at his legs,
the 3-point shot, the touch around the rim, the athleticism, the defense is 1-on-1. 1 of 1 is worse than Flight. It's worse than the rest of the people in this video. It's worse than KSI. Because you see here, he has a build that would not exceed in any level. I don't care if he was trans. He could not make a WNBA G League team. And I say that because he has a WNBA.
He probably couldn't make a probably couldn't make a high school girls JV team.
Build a John Stockton level of basketball IQ. Nah, wait, I said John Stockton.
John Stockton.
Bum Stockton level of basketball IQ. He has a jump shot of Draymond with 2 backpacks.
No.
We know Draymond already has 1 backpack. He has the jump shot of Draymond with 2 backpacks on.
Oh my gosh.
He has the haircut, the cranium, the Sonic the Hedgehog, the athleticism. He would make Flight look like a world-class athlete.
Thanks.
Let me chill. Now, I was thinking, if you let this young man drive to the rim in the WNBA, and let's say Angel Reese or Brittany Griner was defending the rim, that ball was getting sent to the stands. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys, man. It's bad. It's bad. Now, everyone wants to clown Annoying TV by his looks. I ain't gonna do it. Yes, he got a cranium dome, but shoot, so do a lot of people. You know, my forehead is big too. I can't lie. But look, the thing that really separates Annoying TV from the rest of the black,
I don't know how he's so ugly.
The black.
Bro. Like,
is I don't even think training will help. You see, he doesn't have a deficiency when it comes to smoking. He has stamina. His badges aren't equipped.
I don't know what, like, sometimes I don't know how people be so trash at basketball. I actually don't know, bro. I actually do not know. I don't know. Like, I be trying to understand how. Like, bro, I just can't fathom. My brain can't fathom it, bro. Like, y'all really suck. And this is crazy. Wow. Like, I can't dribble. Like, this is weird. Like, what?
But they're not on defaults. You feel me? Like, you could put them on. Somebody like Flight, his lungs are gone. I don't care if he, works out every day at the gym. His lungs are gone. To my knowledge, Annoying TV lungs are fine. Pause. But the pure will of being trash is at the all-time high. Now, you see, this hurts me more than it hurts him. You see here, when I watch him play basketball, I get sad, man. Because it's not really the movement of his game. It's the WNBA build that gets me sad. He has no
annoying. He's basically saying you built like a girl.
Ew. He has the worst build I ever seen in my life. It's not like he's too skinny. It's not like he's too fat. He's just sloppy. And it shows with this play.
He's called you a sloppy girl.
Now, if I would have a conversation with this young man, Annoying TV, I would say, who let you get like this? Who? Because that was my son. I promise you, it would not be like that. Next up, we got the rappers. Now, rappers are very interesting because they're built in different ways. You got the big back rappers who can't hoop. You got the skinny, short WNBA build, no muscle tone body rappers who can't play basketball. You also got the 5'2" midget WNBA build, aka 42 Doug. Now look, I get it. Different type of builds, different type of rappers, different type of midgets. But first up, we gotta talk about Lil Baby. Now, Lil Baby's interesting. Like I said in my other video about Lil Baby, he got a WNBA build, no muscle tone. You cannot tell me he wouldn't be a good fever teammate for Caitlin Clark. Now, with everything about Lil Baby, just like Flight reacts, he has no lungs. All of his lungs are gone. He smokes too much, he be coughing on his IG lives. He got limited stamina. Now, the biggest thing about Lil Baby, kind of like Flight reacts too, uncoordinated. Now, look, I get it. He's a rapper. He's not a hooper. Just because you're black doesn't mean you should play basketball. Nah. If you're black.
Bro, and he know mad NBA players. Like, how are you still trash? Man, I don't know. If I knew that much NBA players, I'd try to work on it. All season.
Yo, And Lil Baby is on this list for a reason. Now, he had the worst shot in basketball black history easily. I mean, that was not close at all. Also, he has one of the worst just basketball builds. Now, he's a long arm, short body guy. Long arms. You know, he got a long wingspan, probably got a 6'2" wingspan on the 5'7" body. But listen, he does not use that on a basketball court. He's a walking cone out there, which means he's an easy lick. Next up, we got Nardo Wick. Same thing.
Bro, why two people? Bro! No, I'm not cool with this. Why is it two people say I look like? Hello? What are we talking about? Nah, why is it two people be saying I look like? I promise you, I do not hoop like none of these dudes. I promise you that. I grew up playing basketball game. I know.
Long arms, just no athleticism. On this fast break, what is he doing? Nardo Wick.
What are you doing?
Stick to rapping, never hoop again. Next up, we got the British cadet 21 Savage. Now, like I said in my other video, the first Negro to travel and airball in the same possession. I mean, come on, man. How you gonna travel and airball? Pick one. That's ridiculous. Then we got 42 Doug. Now, this is a substitute teacher build. Know what I mean?
You'd be like a
5'1", 270, all legs, pause. I mean, he really just can't do much on the court, and it's not really his fault. He just, you know, not only is he physically challenged.
He's like woo-wop out there. So he's like woo-wop out there.
He can do much on the court, like and it's not really his fault. He just, you know, not only is he physically challenged, he's vertically challenged, and he's low-key sideways challenged too.
Woo-wop is taller
he just built like one of those ladies who cook a mean-ass collard green. I mean, he probably does cook a mean collard green, but look, if you cook a mean collard green, you're not a hooper. And he's not a hooper. Now, some people say rappers don't have the time to be good basketball players.
No, they do have the time. Trust me. All they doing is dropping music, probably going on shows, probably doing it. Bro, you always got time. There's always time. All right, like there's always time to improve in basketball. It's time to improve. It's time to improve in a lot of stuff. Just because you rapped on me, you always busy. That's unrealistic. Okay. Just because you rapped on me, you're gonna be a busy person. Just because you streamed on me, you're the busiest person on earth. You got time to hoop. Trust me, I know that.
But that's cap. Rod Wave, all big back badges is a bucket. J. Cole, bucket. There's other rappers who can hoop. Rick Ross, another big back, buckets. So I don't want to hear, you know, rappers that don't have time to play basketball. Man, they got time.
They have all the
time.
All
they got to do is hop in the studio. They not in the studio.
All they got to do is go in the studio. Then if they're going to tour, they schedule it for a different month, probably next year, and for months and days. Like, they got time, bro. We not finna act like they God, nigga. They got time. God is not on time. God don't have no time. So God don't operate on time. So they're not God. So they have all the time in the world to go play basketball. They got a life. They got a life. They ain't in the studio every single day. If they are, then hello.
Looking all day. They can hoop just like everybody else. On to the last but not least, to wrap up this very short film, we got to talk about the YouTube roller coaster threats. I'm talking about all these 5'1" guys on YouTube like Kai Cenat,
oh my God,
Deshae Frost, just guys who are vertically challenged.
Deshae
now
sucks.
We got to get these guys some hype booster badges like Kai Cenat because he's just too small out. Now Kai Cenat has the 5'1" baby brother assist badge. Basically, if I'm up 20-0 playing somebody 1v1, I'm gonna put in my little brother. Now Kai Cenat,
he dead lost to Aiden in Black History Month. Wow.
5'1", so he really fits the description of a little brother. Now I like him. His streams are good. Kevin Hart stream was very funny, but he gotta be the worst, little person hooper I ever seen in my life. Next up is Deshae Frost. Now, similar to Kai Cenat, he has Hall of Fame baby assist badge. Next up is Deshae Frost. Now,
she just cooked you, bro. Nah, she just cooked you. Step back. Oh my.
He has Hall of Fame baby assist badge. But
she just cooked
the grand badge, the ultimate badge Deshae Frost has is roller coaster beggar badge. Because he's the type to go to, Six Flags, Disney, whatever, where he got some roller coasters. And he's gonna beg, please let me ride it. Please let me ride it. Hall of Fame. He's too short out there. And that really reflects on his basketball play. He's trash.
Oh, I forgot Paul G's good.
He's a basketball liability. It's honestly kind of sad because anyone over the height of 5'7" has a 10-inch advantage, and it's really hard to just succeed on a basketball court. But with the roller coaster grand bash, he has his ups and downs. He could get hot, he could get cold, but usually the ride is frightening, scary, but fun to watch because obviously the roller coaster grand bash. Thank you guys for watching this Chris PG1 short film. Let me know what you guys think. Do you like it, dislike it? Let me know in the comment section. I'm out.
That'd be video. Okay.